Good morning. Welcome to Kennis Sports. Newly appointed assistant coach and former captain of the Super Eagles, Joseph Yobo, says he cannot wait to start in his new position. The former Everton defender was appointed as assistant coach to Genero by the NFF on Wednesday after relieving Imama Amapakabo of his duties with the team. Speaking with newsmen yesterday, Yobo said he's really excited and cannot wait to get started. Yobo was capped 101 times and represented the Super Eagles at 3 FIFA World Cups and 6 Africa Cup of Nations tournaments. Meanwhile, former Super Eagles coach Christian Chukwu has hailed the appointment of erstwhile national team skipper. Chukwu said he expects Yobo to bring his wealth of experience to bear on the team and believes he'll be able to be of positive influence to the players, having captained some of them before, and hopes he gets to complement the head coach Genero. Super Eagles coach Genero has aimed a dig at his new assistant, Joseph Yobo, by revealing that the former Everton defender has no coaching qualifications. Out of the blue, the Nigerian Football Federation confirmed the appointment of former Super Eagles captain on Wednesday to replace Imama Amapakabo, something Raw admitted that he was aware of before it was made public. The Franco-German coach, who said he is satisfied with his appointment, said Yobo will develop in no time on the job, adding that he is saddled with the responsibility to develop coaches from Nigeria as agreed with NFF. Yobo's first assignment as assistant coach of the Super Eagles will be against Sierra Leone in an Africa Cup of Nations qualifier next month. Second Vice President of Nigeria Football Federation, Shehu Diko, has advised Super Eagles coach Genero to borrow a page from England boss Gareth Southgate regarding monitoring of potential national team players. The Nigerian Federation, including President Amaju Pinnick, have in the past failed in their bid to persuade Raw to include Nigeria Professional Football League players in its plans for major Super League matches. Diko has said it clear that Raw is gradually running out of excuses, not selecting home-based players as one of the conditions in his new proposed contract stipulates that he must be domiciled in Nigeria. Raw is expected to unveil his roster for the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations against Sierra Leone in the coming weeks, and it remains to be seen if players from the domestic championship are named in the squad apart from goalkeeper Ikechukwu Ezenwa. Manchester United's new signing, Odion Iyalo, is training away from the club this week as a precautionary measure following his arrival from China. United have decided on policy because of the risk posed by coronavirus. They decided against taking the striker on their winter break training camp in Spain because of concerns it may be difficult for him to get back into the UK. Igalo is expected to travel with the squad for Monday's game at Chelsea. Egypt's Olympic coach has confirmed that Mohamed Salah's potential involvement at the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo will be a decision for the player himself and Liverpool. Salah faces the prospect of missing the start of the next Premier League season if he plays in the tournament in Japan, with the final due to be held on August 8. The coach of Egypt's under-23 side, Shoki Garib, intends to include Salah as one of the team's 3/8 players, but he admits he cannot force him to accept a call-up to the national side. CAF have agreed to deal with the Egyptian government to keep the head organization of African football in Cairo for the next 10 years. The deal was signed on Wednesday with both CAF President Ahmad Ahmad and Minister of Youth and Sports Ashraf Sobi signing the agreement as a subject to renewal. Sobi revealed that the agreement is an alternative for the previous headquarters agreement that was concluded in 2007 between the two parties. Pep Guardiola has claimed he could be sacked by Manchester City if his team crashed out of Champions League against Real Madrid. City have struggled to defend their Premier League title this season as they are 22 points behind Liverpool. Guardiola's side are in the final of the Carabao Cup and are still in the Emirates FA Cup. But it is not a secret that Guardiola and the City board have always dreamed of winning the Champions League. They face a tough task in the round of 16 if they take on La Liga leaders and 13-time Champions League winners Real Madrid. Dutch giants Ajax have reached an agreement with Chelsea for the transfer of Moroccan star Hakim Ziyech. Ajax confirmed this on their official website yesterday, with both clubs agreeing to a deal of 40 million euros. The sum could potentially increase to maximum 44 million euros with variable factors. Barcelona are expected to reportedly showing an interest in a potential transfer swap for Super Eagles and Villarreal winger, and at a rumor price of 60 million euros, and Liverpool target Samuel Chukwueze. Jurgen Klopp is in love with the player, but it seems his exciting performances in La Liga have also caught Barca's attention. Chukwueze is a pacey wide player with a goal threat from their flank, having scored 4 goals in all competitions this season, to show he could have a very bright future in the game. Premier League referees Andy Medley and David Coote failed fitness tests to remain members of FIFA International List. The pair attended a training camp at Mallorca recently, but did not meet physical standards required to proceed. Nigeria's UFC champion Israel Adesanya has been named the 2019 New Zealand Sportsman of the Year at the 57 ISPS Handa Halberg Awards. The award ceremony, which took place at Spark Arena in Auckland, is New Zealand's preeminent honor ceremony for sporting excellence. There was an historic achievement for Adesanya, as he becomes the first combat sports athlete to take home Sportsman of the Year honors since 1953, despite New Zealand's long history of boxing and kickboxing success. Portland player Damian Lillard says he will not participate in the 69th NBA All-Star Game or the three-point contest after straining his right groin in Portland's Wednesday night loss to Memphis. Lillard told the media after the game, in which he scored 20 points in 36 minutes, that he would not take part in this weekend's festivities in Chicago. A 5-time All-Star, the 29-year-old is averaging a career-high 29.7 points and 7.9 assists per game. Philippines boxer Manny Pacquiao is the best boxer of the 21st century, ahead of unbeaten fighter Floyd Mayweather. According to the rankers list, the Filipino is the only boxer who have held belts in 4 different decades of the sport. Mayweather, whose unbeaten record still stands at 51-0, came second, and the likes of Gennady Golovkin, Roy Jones Jr., Vladimir Klitschko complete the top 5 spots. Heavyweight veterans Mike Tyson and Leon Lewis are ranked in 6th and 7th position, while Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, and Irish boxer Joe Kalasge complete the top 10 spots. Nigerian-born British unified heavyweight boxer Anthony Joshua is placed on 22nd place, and his British counterpart Tyson Fury sits 25th, while American Deontay Wilder sits 27th. And finally, in the NFL, the Cincinnati Bengals intend to find quarterbacks Andy Dalton a new team in the offseason as they prepare to select Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow with #1 pick in NFL draft. That's about it on today's edition of Kennis Sports. Many thanks for joining us. And again, you are listening to Kennis in the Morning. Thank you for joining us. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of all of us. It's 7:40 in the morning.